Hello everyone, my name is Wilson. My student ID is this 33220069 listed here, and I'll be demonstrating my first lab, which is SQL injection tag listing on the database content on Oracle. Now, this says here that this lab contains an injection vulnerability into product category, and the way to test that is by selecting the category here. We do see the category included in the USL, and we only need to add a single quote to it because it will cause an error in the database, which will result in an internal server error from the website, which is what happened here exactly. Now, these payloads are what we are going to be using to complete this lab, and all of these do the things here. So the first one, the select statement of two query tables from which the two the queries related to columns. The second one is a select statement that lists all tables in the database. The third one is also a select statement, which retrieves the details of all the columns in the database in the table where the user is in the user table. And the last one is to retrieve all the username and password for all users in the user table. So what we need to do now is open up a post Wigger. We go to source, the request source code here, send it to repeater. And we inject all the source, and we inject the payloads that we'll be using. So we start with this one. Okay, so that checks out. And now we move on. Now, since in the description, we are to log in as administrator user, we need to get the information from the user table, which by searching it here, that's default, doesn't matter. Yep, that's, and we get the name of the user table that we're looking for. Now we can change that in our third payload, where the user table is a placeholder value that I've put in it, to that one. And we put that in to retrieve all the details of all columns. And if you scroll down, we'll see these two username and password columns. And we'll be replacing our placeholders for these two values as well in here with our with the actual names of what we got from here. We put that in. And if we scroll down, here is the administrator, well, the username and password for the administrator user. Now we have to do just plug in the password, put in the username, log in, and the lab is now solved. Now, the result of this lab is only to log in as the administrator and do some bad stuff. But that's not the extension that we can do, as we can see from our many previous requests that we specifically aimed for the user table, whilst there are other tables with all the other data that we can do. Now, a way to mitigate this is, well, not is, but will be listed in my report. And that will be the end of the video. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next.